Giving you a little bit of a feel of some temperature drops and maybe compared to what we had over the weekend for sure, but kind of a strange shot here, Chuck, this morning over the city.
Yeah, it looks a little foggy, doesn't it?
Look a little foggy. Yeah.
And I have no idea why. I think it probably in 10 minutes it won't be that way because we've got a shift in winds to the west-northwest. So yesterday we had the storms. We had 76 degrees, and it's going to be about 30 degrees cooler today. In fact, I want to start out showing you. If you wonder, did we have some storm reports last night? We sure did. In fact, take a look at all of these throughout central Indiana. Now, the National Weather Service, I spoke with Chad at the Weather Service about 2 o'clock this morning. He was telling me that later today, more than likely, the crews that they will send out will go right here. Now, the west gate of the Brown County State Park had numerous treetops taken out. There was also damage in Monroe and Bartholomew counties. We'll see if that was tornadic activity, but nothing like that going on right now. In fact, it's a little hazy out there this morning with these low-level clouds, but it's 43. So we've dropped 3 degrees in 10 minutes. That shows you now that those winds have shifted. It's now only 40 degrees this morning in Lafayette. The storm system that we had last night, look where it is now. Pittsburgh, portions of West Virginia, now entering Virginia, and in the south in Knoxville, Tennessee, and Gatlinburg. For us, the morning rush hour looks about like it is out there right now. Temperatures in the 40s. We'll only have a high of 46. And our next weather maker comes in on Wednesday. And believe me, it's going to be a weather maker with the potential for 1 to 3 inches of rain around here and a risk of severe weather too. We're going to break that down for you in minutes, but it looks like we've got brake lights in the Greenfield area. Is that right?
Yeah, this is a new construction project started last week. We have all of the I-70 westbound lanes now shifted into the eastbound lanes. And let me show you what I mean by that. Basically, they've closed down those travel lanes of I-70 westbound. This is just west of State Road 9. They're working to extend the travel lanes of I-70 westbound, so they got to do some work on them. So everything's kind of merged over into temporary lanes. So that's where I-70 westbound is, in between State Road 9 and that Mount Comfort Road exit. To go along with that traffic that has merged into the other direction, we've got some lanes that have closed, the on and off ramps to State Road 9 off of I-70 westbound. So there's the closure. This is the ramp closure. I-70 westbound to State Road 9 going to be closed between now and late June. And then the ramp from State Road 9 back onto I-70 westbound is set to reopen in early June. So something to keep in mind this morning. And this is going to be going on for the next couple of months.
All right, Lindsay, thanks for the heads up. Well, later this morning, we should get a better look at some of the damage around central Indiana after those powerful storms rolled through last night.
It was definitely a stormy Sunday. This is time-lapse video from our tower cam showing a thunderstorm moving into downtown Indy. Of course, you can see the sky and how it gradually gets darker as those clouds and the rain begin to take over the skyline.
All these storms caused some major delays and even cancellations at the Indianapolis airport yesterday, where many people were stranded. Now, this morning, the National Weather Service will likely be out checking the damage today, especially in Bartholomew County. The storm twisted metal and tossed it into people's yards there. Yeah,
the Bartholomew County sheriffs posted these photos. Strong winds down power poles, and they were knocking power lines down onto streets and roads. Crews are working to get those cleaned up and taken care of. Also, there's more serious storm damage to our north. Take a look at this in Mishawaka. This is where a tree snapped in half, falling on the power lines there.
A lot of the trees in the South Bend area were also uprooted or blown over in the storm. The National Weather Service, again, will be looking at damage today to determine if any of this was caused by tornadic weather or just by straight line winds.
A violent weekend on Indy's northeast side leaves 3 young people shot. We now know 2 of them have died.
This morning, Metro Police are asking for the public's help to solve this shooting investigation. Both happening, they say, in the same area. Matthew Foltz joins us with what we're learning about the shootings this morning. Hi, Matthew.
Yeah, good morning to you both. We know these shootings were just 9 hours apart and really just happened within just feet from one another. And it led to 3 young people getting shot. And we just read through this police report of this latest shooting. And in the report, it lists one of those victims as just 5 feet tall and 100 pounds. So that goes to show you and gives you an idea of just how young some of these victims were. And this morning, we're still working to learn from Metro Police on if these two shootings were connected. Now, Metro Police telling us the latest shooting happened after 7 Sunday night at the mobile gas station at 42nd and Midhofer. Once on scene, officers learned that someone called 911 saying that a person had been shot there. A few minutes later, another call came in just a block south saying that another male knocked on their door after being shot. Metro Police say both males were transported to Riley Hospital for Children, one of them dying at the hospital. Investigators say video shows both victims speaking with each other before shots were fired, and Metro Police tells us that it's a senseless shooting that could have led to even more people being injured.
It's not, the heart of the summer where it's nice and everybody's out, but that is rather concerning because it's a busy intersection here too. And if you have rounds flying everywhere, I mean, you see how many cars are going by.
Now, the shooting happened 9 hours after a 19-year-old was found dead at this apartment complex just east of that mobile gas station. And this morning, police are still searching for the suspect in that case. Now, again, they're asking for your information and help in solving these 2 cases. If you know anything, you're asked to give Crime Stoppers or police a call. Julia and Karen, we also know that Metro Police are adding more officers and patrol units in that area and intersection of 42nd and Midhofer as a result of these 2 shootings.
All right, yeah, very sad situation there. Thank you.
This morning, we are working to find out if charges have been filed in that insane slow-speed police chase on the interstate over the weekend.
So this chase is being talked about across social media. Many of you commenting on our Facebook page. This happened Saturday night. What's so bizarre about it is this person was driving a piece of construction equipment and going obviously very slow here over on the interstate. This is video from our INDOT cameras around 9 o'clock Saturday night. That's when this all started. Now you can see maybe here what appears to be, it's a skid steer stolen. This was on the East Street ramp going on to 465. This vehicle keeps going, although it's just creeping along.
Yeah, and we want you to take a look at just how bad the backups were. This is 5 minutes of video compressed to about 20 seconds just to show you the impact. Lots of frustrated drivers there not even knowing what was happening. We were told eventually this skid steer got onto northbound I-65, still being chased by police, all at the speeds of 4 to 7 miles an hour. He was really trying to get away from them. It took the Raymond Street exit and then went on to some city streets.
Yeah, so after more than an hour and a half, that finally slow speed chase turning into a SWAT situation. Look at all the gear that police had to bring out. This was as they rolled onto the scene near Prospect and Pleasant Run Parkway. The driver who was trying to dodge police was taken into custody. No word yet, though, on what charges, if any, he could face.
Interesting. An important day ahead at the State House as people gather to honor survivors of breast cancer.
So today is Pink Out the State House and Breast Cancer Advocacy Day. Nadia Miller, who is board president of Pink Forever, she'll be on hand today looking to inspire breast cancer survivors to turn their personal stories into powerful advocacy. Today's event is free, but you are asked to register in advance. It starts today at 10 o'clock this morning at the State House.
And if you check out WTHR Plus this morning, you can watch a new episode of Crossroads Politics. That is our show breaking down all of the big events this past week at the State House. You can catch that at 9 a.m. over on our TV app. This is a free download on your Apple TV, Fire Stick, and Roku.
Well, coming up on 610 this morning, an office space in Carmel is changing the work experience, they hope, for more than 3,000 of his tenants.
It's part of a $40 million renovation at Carmel Gateway, which is one of the area's largest office parks. Now, this office park has undergone a $40 million renovation with some really sweet amenities for employees there. Leaders at the office park say they are giving employees the true meaning of work-life balance without going home.
So part of their rebranding has really been putting in walking trails, even pickleball courts, a cafe, and a gym on campus. Managers tell 13 News they really want to help get workers back in the building, but also happy about it after being away during the pandemic.
Here at Carmel Gateway, the nature of work is changing. And it's not just changing here on property, it's changing everywhere. Work-life balance is really important, and our rebrand is really aligned with wanting to focus on the person outside of their career here.
So it's all leading up to the office space working with the city of Carmel as well to turn nearly 3 acres of parking space into green space.
Yeah, part of that will be for an amphitheater for neighbors and workers to enjoy, and they hope to break ground on that sometime in the coming weeks. Good morning, Chuck.
Good morning, Karen. 6:10, and folks, dry today. Tomorrow back up into the 50s and the 70s Wednesday, but with a chance for numerous strong thunderstorms that could also have 1 to 3 inches of rain, damaging winds, and the possibility of tornadoes. We're going to walk you to that timeline coming up.
And trying to get more help into Thailand after that region was hit by a powerful earthquake. We'll give you a look at what's causing a major slowdown there, though, in getting more relief to that region.